Now, the Jordanian military commanders say their fighter jets have inflicted heavy losses on Islamic State. They increased their airstrikes on the group in recent days after the militants announced they'd killed one of the country's pilots. But concerns remain that one of the bombings may have cost an American hostage her life. NHK World's Craig Dale has more.
With bombing after bombing, Jordan's Air Force chief says his country is pummeling Islamic State.
Where they sleep and eat. Training center, depots, weapons, ammunition, fuel.
Major General Mansour al-Jabour says fighter jets carried out 56 airstrikes from Thursday to Saturday. Jordan ramped up its bombings on Islamic State in Syria after the group announced it killed Jordanian pilot Muaz Kasasbeh by burning him to death. Now the militants say an American hostage died in one of those bombings. They say they were holding aid worker Kayla Jean Mueller in this building. Officials in Jordan call the claim propaganda, and those in the U.S. say they have no evidence the 26-year-old is dead. The militants kidnapped her in August 2013 in Syria. Family and friends in her hometown are struggling to stay hopeful.
The strain of not knowing where their daughter is at and whether or not she's alive or not is something that is starting to wear on them.
Secretary, the third speaker.
It's yet another reason why government leaders say the fight against Islamic State must go on.
It is threatening the region. It is threatening the whole world at the moment.
But many agree dealing with that threat requires more than just airstrikes and support for Iraqi and Kurdish forces.
The key question is who finances the conflict and who benefits from it.
Government officials have found it harder to cut off Islamic State's connections with its supporters. The group relies on weapons and funding from abroad, along with revenue from black market oil sales. And it's attracted more than 15,000 fighters from 80-plus countries. Still, the militants further alienated themselves by showcasing the Jordanian pilot's seemingly barbaric murder. Protesters have taken to the streets. The Queen of Jordan has joined them. The king consoled the pilot's family, and he's vowed revenge. Analysts say Islamic State, known in Arabic as Daesh, failed in its attempt to divide Jordan and fracture the international coalition.
Even those who were used, an argument that Daesh is in somehow right, now they changed their opinion. They came with the government.
And so no surprise that Jordanian military commanders are showing more resolve to go after the militants.
We are determined to achieve the objectives of this war. And not only to degrade Daesh capabilities, we are going to destroy Daesh.
This is not the end, he says. This is the beginning. Craig Dale, NHK World.